So you are very fortunate to be able to meet Mahesh Aney, an amazing guy, lovely guy, fantastic cinematographer. See you, nice to see you this year.
Yes,
And I'm very happy to have you over here with Whitebirdtrails.
Wonderful.
And
I'm happy to be with you guys, yeah. Growing up in Jamshedpur was actually a very beautiful experience because it's a very different kind of a city. See, as a child, you imbibe things. You imbibe images, you imbibe people, you imbibe how people react, how people act. And all this put together is when you start writing stories or when you start making films, it all comes out within that. Right now I am actually writing a film which I want to shoot. I want to do cycle based it in Jamshedpur now. Particularly Jamshedpur, we had a lot of cinema as an influence. I mean, I went to a school that was by American priest called Loyola. We used to have films every Saturday. Every Saturday there used to be a screening in the auditorium. And I still remember as a child the smell of the celluloid that used to come out of the projection room and the whole feel of the hall and stuff like that. So when I was growing up, I was probably maybe 12 or 13 when I saw a film called 12 Angry Men. Okay, now 12 Angry Men by the name is a very exciting name because we all thought it was a Western, And in those days, all you wanted to do was watch cowboy and Red Indian films, or watch a war film or whatever. So when 12 Angry Men came on, within half an hour, most of the kids had walked out. They said, what the shit is this, yaar? Kya ho raha hai? And I somehow got hooked to the film. And I sat and watched it. And we probably must have been about 15, 20 people at the end of the film who were still there in the auditorium. The rest of the kids had left. But that film, even today, when I watch it, it's fabulous. I mean, it's really, really. I mean, it shows you the power of brilliant writing. The core of cinema is writing. So remember that. So all you guys who are writing, you are doing a great job, and तुम लोग के ऊपर ही बस वो चलने वाली है film industry. Suddenly, India has woken up to the fact that writers are important. Anyway, so coming back to what influenced me is then when I went to college, I joined Sydenham in Bombay. I knew I wanted to be in advertising. My whole thing was advertising. It wasn't cinema. It was advertising.
But why? How come at such a young age you knew what to do, what you want to do? I mean, how many people at a young age know what they want to do? Why? What is the reason? There must be some motivation, some inspiration.
Yeah, but as I tell you, Jamshedpur is an extremely progressive city, and the kind of people who live in that city, there's a huge cosmopolitan collection of people who came and worked in Tisco. So you interacted with a lot of people, you interacted with people coming from different parts of the country, different parts of the world. So it was not like growing up, say, in Bombay or in another small city or a small town where most of the people were part of the city. If you see the way cities grow or people, is that a guy is born in a place and he eventually makes his life there and dies there, But Jamshedpur is not a city that's like that, because people just come and go. So it's everybody's there for a gap of maybe 20 years, 30 years or whatever. So if you see, Jamshedpur has turned out a lot of great guys, two very, very fabulous cinematographers. My boss, Varun Mukherjee, he's from Jamshedpur. R.M. Rao, sorry?
Even Imtiaz Ali.
Yeah, Imtiaz Ali, Madhavan, the actor, Rasika Duggal. I mean, you name it, yeah, they're all from Jamshedpur. So Jamshedpur is quite has contributed a lot. And I think it's because of the very broad-minded and we were exposed to art, we were exposed to a lot of cinema, we were exposed to a lot of music. So I think that made a huge difference. And of course, I think the schooling also matters, where the school encourages this sort of a thing. So that's how I think I look at it. As a matter of fact, this morning I was sitting and watching a small clipping of Madhavan, where somebody asked him, what is this with Jamshedpur? Sala, tum log wahan se sab jan aate ho. There are a lot of you guys in the film industry, and he was saying the same thing. He kept on saying, I don't know, but it's just the kind of culture that you're exposed to. That's probably what moved us. And as I was saying, when I came to Sydenham, my idea was to go into advertising. Now, what I wanted to do in advertising, I had no clue. Till at some point, I saw a great looking ad, called Maharana Fabrics. I don't even know. I've been trying to Google it. I can't see it. Where the visuals were very stunning, and it actually made me sit up. And then I saw a film like Ankur and stuff like that. And, cinema had started to change. And then one day I had come to Pune. My brother was in the law college at that time. And he had a friend at the Film Institute. So we went one night to watch a film at the FTII called Agire, the Wrath of God, made by Herzog. So that influenced me greatly because it made a huge difference to what cinema was, what cinema can do. And so when it finally finished, when I finished Sydenham, my BCom, and when the choice came where to go, I mean, I, naturally applied for FTII and I got it. So that was the journey till FTII.